on the streets or whatever. Motherfuckers want to ask questions. Who was that nigga you was with all the red? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, that's my brother. Yo, you from woo woo too? No, I'm not. Which he would have to defend himself often. No, I'm not. Till the motherfucker get tired of it and just like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm out here, you know what I'm saying? Let me go and do my thing. So once he was, like I said, once he was grown, it was like the curtain that I put over him was taken down. It's like, you a man now, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And he did it. You know what I mean?
That's my brother, man. That's the nigga behind the whole fucking operation, man.
Big Face Hunter is one of them rare people that come from Compton and just so happen to be one of the realest gangsters that come about this Pyru car.
Big Face Hunter, man. He definitely kept me alive this long, man, and showed me the game. If it wasn't for him, I'd probably be in a coffin somewhere, man. My brother, by this time, he leading the whole fucking, you know what I'm saying? He leading the whole fucking game, you know what I'm saying? He doing this thing over here. I'm still over there, and I'm older now, and I'm back in the hood, so they sweat me. They trying to get me the beef from Santana, and I was cool on that, you know what I'm saying?
He already knew what was up with me, and he knew it wasn't ideal for him to go want to be a Crip, because that would draw some type of wedge between us, you know what I'm saying? And that's the last thing he would ever want.
What it do, y'all? It's Coffee, tapping back in with the news, man, and getting right into it. The game, Big Face. This is a beef that always blew my mind, especially as me being a fan of the game early on, watching the whole documentary and all that. The rollout, all those little videos we used to see and whatnot, you know, they were so heavy on all the gang imagery, which we know this is facts. Big Face is the one that helped stamp the game with all that, with all those red rags around him. And, you know, they were heavy with the gang culture to really give the game that identity. And without Big Face, I don't think that would have happened. Y'all, let me know what you think. It's wild, too. The game used the internet in some of his early campaign, man. And I don't know, I really wonder if it was the social media blogosphere era like it is now back then, if the game would have been able to even make it to where he did. Let me know what y'all think. But people, what Big Face share, right? He says that he hasn't listened to any music from an artist since 06, but I was directed to a bar that was intended for me, I guess. Or I'm sorry, he hadn't listened to music from this artist, his brother, The Game, since 06, no game music. But I don't actually think that's true. I think Face might be off with that because I've been following this story for a long time. Like I said, I was such a big fan of the game, and it was wild when they fell out. Like, I didn't want to see that happen as a fan, you know, but business, different stories hitting it big. We've seen this so many times, right? But I remember when, what was that? What was the album with all the pregnant girls on the cover? When that one dropped, there was that track where Game was talking about Fluck Big Face and paying for their father's funeral. And if I remember correctly, Face took heavy issue with that. So maybe he wasn't flat out listening to that music, but I think he listened to that one or something like that. But peep these bars from Drillmatic from a song called Twisted. It says, "It's still fuck my brother, and I just made up with my sister. If I love you, I love you." So Face sees that, right? Game saying he just made up with his sister. It's still F Big Face. If I love you, I love you. So basically saying he has no love left for Big Face. And Face sees this and says, "I'm a hater. I'm the problem, though. I'm going to say this. I'm okay leaving this world without ever hearing from you again." Ain't that crazy? It's so wild that they even made up. Like when they did that Streets of Compton A&E docuseries show and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay, they worked it out, only for Game to diss him on. Again, I forget the name of that album. It was supposed to be his last album. Once again, every album with the Game, like, it's supposed to be his last one, right? Oh yeah, the track on that one was called Hug the Block. He took shots at him on that. It's just been back on with the beef, and Face just finally says, hey, like, I'm going to leave this world with never talking to you again, man. That's wild. Brothers split and torn by the music industry, success, the rap game. Ain't that wild? Check it out. Then we got Diddy, right? If you guys recall, when the raids were going down, at first we were like, yo, where's Diddy at? Then we saw he was at the airport pacing around waiting for individuals to bust a move and be done with the feds so they could get on that jet, as his traveling privileges have not been revoked. Once again, he's not been charged. The only person who's been charged with anything is his holster that the media is calling a drug mule. But we heard Diddy did get on a jet and get out of Dodge, and a lot of individuals, myself included, were wondering, man, is he even going to come back? But reportedly, he's in MIA because you see Wes Watson just bumped into him the other day. I guess Wes Watson was out shooting content saying, yo, if it wasn't viral enough already, he took a flick with Diddy, man. It seems Wes Watson believes Diddy's innocent and supports him. Ain't that something? And I need to know, people out there, do you fuck with Wes Watson? I hear so much ish about he's a fraud, he's a con man, this, that, and the third. I remember when he made it to No Jumper, 1090 Jake was like, 1090 was like, people are mad Wes made it. I don't know, whatever he's doing, he seems to be successful. Could some of it be a front? Is he really got all this bread like that? Like he was talking about, I know Jumper putting all these big deals through, but I've heard from numerous people that reach out to him, right? Like his whole mind state is, hey, buy my program. You don't want this program. You don't want to do the work. You're a buster. Get the fuck out of here. Like he's heavy aggressive with the salesmanship. But it's like, yo, motherfuckers want to know a little bit about the program before they go investing so much into it, man. But I don't know. Wes Watson rocking with Diddy in Miami at 305. Diddy's still around. What do y'all think about it? And your thoughts about Wes Watson? Tap in. Then this is some funny ish right here, man. Spider Loc taking shots at Wack 100. The beef still going. He put this video up, right? You see, it's just two dudes squaring up, but no one throws a blow. No one really wants to get it in. They're both shook, right? Both scary. No hands, no squabbles. And Spider Loc is saying, this is what goofies arguing on Clubhouse look like. And you know whose sector of the blogosphere Clubhouse is? Wack 100, right? So you see, he's like basically in a way saying this is Wack, you know? Talk all that ish, afraid to run a fade. And then SPI also shared this. This is some audio. I don't know if it's old or new. Let me know what you think of Wack 100 talking about Big U.
If you gonna handle this on, if you on this radar, that's another issue you got, because that's big time, please. That's on you, right? But if I find some dog that you disrespect the game with Nipsey, I'm gonna take that personal. That's his friend, bro. So now Big U 10 times. That's not what you were saying. What you said to me on the phone. What you mean? Big U is definitely 10 times. Hey, listen, bro. That's why, listen. That's my brother for one, and I don't have no problem giving they props. He's 10 years my elder, right? He's 10 years my elder. He's a part of multiple organizations, one being the NOI, right? That's a whole nother monster in itself, right? His neighborhood and the ties to his neighborhood is by the thousands. Yeah, you give a man his props. That's what he is. That's what he is. I live in the real world. That don't take nothing from me. I just love you seeing you face to face. What? I just love you face.
So I don't know. I don't know if this is old or new. Like I said, I want to know what y'all think, but you heard him talking about the game and Nip. That also makes me think it may be some older stuff, but he's saying like, yo, I give a man their props. Having a problem with Big U is 10 times more than have a problem with me. He's got the Nation of Islam and 60s rocking with him. The 60s is such a big neighborhood. More or less just like stamping it like, yo, Big U is that dude. He's a real one. You don't want no problems with him. And it's quite an opposite of tune of what he's been singing now. Like, oh, he's a rat. He's this, that. He brings loose cannon on No Jumper, which I don't know if y'all saw that. Cease and desist order that was being sent around. I don't know if other platforms that interviewed Loose Cannon are going to pull down their interviews, but No Jumper decided to comply with that request, right? But he throws that up and says, Wack been on Big U's nuts, right? And regardless of how y'all feel about the situation, you know, I think Wack don't really want no smoke with Big U like that. Like, in reality, I don't think he really wants smoke with anyone like that. He's all about manipulating people into moving for him, like bringing Loose Cannon on there. Like, yo, I can get you to stardom. I'm going to get you on No Jumper. You can say this, that, and the third. You're going to be a viral internet star. You know, like Wack's all about manipulating people and using them for his gain and to push his agendas. It's pretty wild, man. But it's like, I hate when someone is like, falls out with someone and everything's all, they're a rat, they're this, they're that, all this stuff he's been saying about Big U, right? But before, he was talking like this, like we hear on here, oh, I give a man his props and this, that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be on no sucker-ish just because you ain't cool with someone no more. Every single thing about them is just no good. Then why were you fucking with him in the first place? Or kissing ass like Wack was in this audio, which again, I think is older audio, not 100%. And then to close it out, man, BG, this is wild. He did 12 years behind the wall. He's out 12 months. I guess he made it a whole year, just about. And apparently, I'm hearing people already reporting that he's back in custody. According to reports coming out, they're saying he could be put back in custody. So at this point, I'm not sure if he's still free or not. But ain't this crazy, man? They're saying he's been living in Vegas. And his federal probation officer took issue with the fact that he did this concert with Boosie because Boosie's a convicted felon and also facing federal gun charges. And the album that he did with Gucci also convicted felon. And basically, I guess he's supposed to get written consent prior authorizing him to work with these artists, even if it's self-employment. That's what the reports are saying, that the feds aren't saying, hey, you're a rapper, you can't get no money, but you got to bring these opportunities and plans to us, and we have to sign off on them and okay them, and then you can go out. And, you know, there's no saying they will sign off on it all, but in these situations, they're saying, BG didn't come to them and ask them. So it's looking like they're going to violate him. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Stay tuned for updates. Hit the comments with your thoughts on all these stories. But that's what's wild, too, just in general, man. 2 convicted felons, or 2 people on paper, 2 people facing cases. It can, you know, the authorities can swing that into, you know, this is people conspiring on some criminal-ish. You know what I mean? Ain't that wild? But catch you on the next one. I'm gone. Let's talk.